Steve chuir a Gaeilge, súil gom go bhfuil gach duine go maith inniu. So, good morning everybody. Is Misha Arlene agus by me livse chun cúpla rud a ra faoi Gramadach na Gaeilge maidin. Okay, so lenimid aig an sa. So, céird atá I gceist dús maidir le Gramadach na Gaeilge. Okay, so all the time people ask questions, what exactly is Irish grammar? There's so much involved, okay? Agus nuair smuoinn tú Gramadach na Gaeilge don céadúir, bíonn tú gcónaí ag smuoinn faoin na haimseoirí. So na haimseoirí éagsúla an aimseir chaite, an aimseir loifreach, an aimseir áisneach agus an bhócaníleach agus cínse. Tá siad ann, okay? Agus is bun struchtúr iad na haimseoirí sin chuig gach rud a dhéanaí tú amach an seo agus tú ag déanamh stadar an Gaeilge. Ach ná déan dermid, tá rudí eile ann chomh, but there also are other little pieces that we need, okay? Mar hampla, an adiaach sealamhach, okay? Sin mo mód a séú, do mód a séú agus a lehéid nuair a leann tú ráid. Chomh le sin tá na réomhacha le, okay? Agus tá gach rud an sa, tá siad tábhachtach le haid na naiscí chomh. So, réomhacha, okay? Sin de do cean faoi idir mar ó riamh thar faoi chum, sin cúpla ceann acu, that's a few of them, okay? Agus tá rialacha faoi le bhanan leis na cín sin a chomh. Okay, and there's particular rules linked with those chomh. Tá an talt ann, agus céird an talt. What is an talt? An talt just means death sa Gaeilge, okay? Agus tá rialacha faoi le ann nóir a hagan anamachal furinchganacha I gceist, agus nóir a hagan anamachal baninchganacha I gceist chomh. Chomh sin tá adiachtaí ann, okay? Dhéanann an adiacht chur síos an anamachal. Tá na céimena chumparáid na hadiachta ann chomh. So we have different comparisons an sin. So chosíonn tú amach leis an adiacht ina éonar, agus an sin tá breis céim na hadiachta agus soir chéim na hadiachta, okay? Which you might know more as níos and is. Níos mó, is mó. Níos lú, is lú. Agus tá rialacha ag baint leis na cín sin chomh. Ifreacha, tá siad sin ann chomh, ifreacha faoi le, okay? Tá ceithre chrúpa ann a chaann leis na hifreacha, okay? Agus tá rialacha faoi le a chaann le gach ceann acu. Chomh le sin tá an couple ann, okay? The copulate is atá I gceist maidir leis na cín sin. An tuiseal ginideach ann chomh, okay? Agus hagann sé sin nuas an léamh tuiscint chomh go háir sé isteach an sin. So, by me dig dúrastach an tuiseal ginideach I gceann tamalín. So, na haimseoirí, céird atá I gceist leis na haimseoirí? Well, I nach aimseir, every chance, it's always broken down into three groups. An céad réamhniú, an dar réamhniú, agus na bríthir na bhíolta. So, an céad réamhniú, céird atá I gceist leis an gcéad réamhniú? Well, hitan bríomhre isteach le sheoladh a bháin, agus bríomhre le gá sheoladh nuair atá fada an dara sheoladh an sin, okay? I always say, if in doubt, clap it out, as a rule, okay? Mar hampla, bris, tóg, dún, okay? Sheoladh a bháin I gceist. Ach bí cuairmach leis na cín eile, okay? Cosúla taspáin. Tá fada an dara sheoladh an sin. So there is a fada on the second syllable there. So bí cuairmach faoi na cín sin. Tá an dara réamhniú ann chomh, okay? Bríomhre le gá sheoladh nó níos mó, okay? So hitan bríomhre isteach an sin nós cheannig mar hampla. Beidir dúisigh sin ceann eile. Immer, okay? Tá gá sheoladh I gceist. Cheannig, dúisigh, immer. Agus tá na bríthir na bhríalta ann, okay? Are irregular verbs. Now, fanan fréamh an bhríthir mar an ggéine. So the stem of the verb will always stay the same, ach aithríonn sé I ngach aimseir. but it will always change, okay, from every tense, okay? An aimsir chaite, chuig an aimsir loireach, chuig an aimsir áisne, chuig an mógníach. So, fig famíd an aimsir chaite dús, okay? Agus tá bun rialacha I gceist leis na cín sin, agus taken sibh na bun rialacha sin, okay? You definitely know these basic rules. So, curtar sévu tar éis consan, okay? Mar hampla, charmé no chune. So, current to an shave we find. So you put in your shavu. An céadúd eile, nuair atá gota I gceist, okay? Current to díobh comóg river. So when we have a gota, díobh comóg river. Agus, nuair atá F I gceist. When we have an F, okay? Déanamid ceapara F. I always say we make an F sandwich, okay? Díobh comóg riv F agus sévu ina ia, okay? So díobh comóg river agus an sévu ina ia, agus fig fiú an sin or ceapara okay? Or ceapara F, and we have our F sandwich there. Now, an dash scéal atá madidir leis an aimsir chaite, no, go gaithimid just on dera muid a afru, okay? So we only make changes to the wee endings there, okay? So ma éichamid sin, okay, le haine cín lehan sa chéad réimhniú, or, agus le haine cín coil sin or, okay? An éasca ja simply an sin. Ma lenimid roig chuig an dara réimhniú. Okay, le haine cín lehan an sin. I fada or, agus na cín coil an sin, I fada or, okay? Sin an tain rud a afrion sa fiasa sin. Now, tá an bríthir sir okay? Agus bríthir sir bhríthir cílín sin rud céine. Okay. Is éard atá I gceist leis an bríthir sir. No, níl a is a chun cé a rinne an ginideach, okay? So, cílín sé sin, okay? Mar hampla. Rún sé an doras. Right? He closed the door. Dún sé an doras. Okay? Vanimid amach an foranam an sin. Okay, so we take out that little foranam and sin. And then we don't know who closed the door. Okay? Agus caich means rilacha an bríthir sir a churistach. Okay, and we put in a rilacha a chaun leis an bríthir sir. Okay? So, ma éiche means sin, if we have a look, okay? Garupa a hain, okay? Tána cín lehan, agus tána cín coil okay? So, ADH, EADH, okay? Lahai ni chuin lehan, in rupa a do, AI fada ODH, agus I fada ODH, atá I gceist an sin, okay? Ach, bígi cuaramach, okay? But be careful, okay? Ní lean an bríthir sir a bun rialacha, okay? So it doesn't follow those basic rules, okay? So ní féidir linn an séú a churistach tar éis consan. Ní féidir linn an díobh comóg a chur riv gota. We can't put our D apostrophe before a gota. Agus nuair atá F I gceist. When we have that F, ní féidir linn díobh comóg a chur riva, agus séú ina ia. So, my haimid rash craig an sampa. We go back to our example here. Okay, if I take the verb dún, to close. So, dún, mar hampla. I want to say the door was closed. Right. Dún, bríomhra a hitchinastach sa chéad réimhniú. So it's in the chéad réimhniú. So tá sé áitéigean an sin. Bríomhar lehan atá I gceist. So lehan verb. So chaithí mé na déireastach. Okay, dúnú an sin. So dúnú an doras. Dúnú an doras. The door was closed. Don't put in my bun rialacha an sin and séú tar éis consan, níl sé sin I bhaim. That's not important there. Féidir linn na bun rialacha a chur I bhaim. So sin just sample a bháin, bhánatha an mríthir séir. Má lenimid raig san aimsir chaite, okay, on ceistach. So we have an ceistach agus an dúltach. So we have our question form followed by our negative on dúltach an sin chomá. Okay. Céir atá I gceist sin? Well, an rial atá ann ná móide séimhiú. So we have our móide séimhiú an sa. Okay, so that is always for our briefer. Okay, briefer realta, cúpla in a briefer nar realta, úsáidin siad sin on real shins. Sometimes you have your regular verbs will follow this rule, and some of your irregular verbs will also follow this rule. Okay, August, tá eisceach the okay, but we have our exceptions to the rule. Okay, August ní leanan siad na rialacha sin. Okay, and some of these exceptions don't follow this rule. Okay, mar hapla, for example. Okay, let's have a look at cúpla ceann acu. Okay, an rá, an bhuair, an neachig, an nearna, an nuirt, an bhaca. Okay, August fake fitu in sin, you will see there. Okay, cúpla ceann acu. Okay, or an gach ceann acu in sin. Each one of them there come from an irregular verb. Okay, ceanns in a briefer ná rialta. Okay, hagan an rá ó bí, an bhuair hagan sin ó foy, an neachig ó té, an nearna Jane, an nuirt sin aber, agus an bhaca an sin. Back. So that tells us that if I get any of these verbs, okay, feck, aber, Jane, be, foy, or té, ainmneach in a rialacha sin a úsáid. I have to use those rules. I have to use an nearnatú dober bhaile, an rátú scoil inné. So I need to use these exact pieces. Nuair atá my kaint san ceistach san aimsir chaite. Now, tá an dúltach ann chomá. So we do have our negatives. Okay, agus an cuideas mó acu. Majority of them will use the rule near móide séimhiú. So use the rule near móide séimhiú. Ach cosúil leis an ceistach. Just like our question form, we have cúpla eisceachtaí chomá. So we have a few exceptions to that rule also. Mar hapla, ní rá, ní bhuair, ní neachig, ní nearna, ní dúirt, and ní aca. Okay, so big fitu an sin. Úsáidin siad sin ní. So these ones will use ní instead of using near móide séimhiú. Okay, so chaithimid a bheith chomach low. So we need to be careful with those. Arish, tá na brieher ná rialta agrin arish. We have our irregular verbs there. Aber, Arlene, gidi, dúirt, bear, arish, ag bra, an piasa, an biasa sin, okay? Depending on the piece you're actually using. Okay, if it's dúirt me, dúirt tú, she, ach dúramar. Caihitu a bheith cínta, go bhfuil an piasa ceart den bhríothar a gotan sin. So sin an aimsir chaite. Má lenimid raig chuig an aimsir loifre. Let's move on to the aimsir loifre sin. So an céad réimhniú atá aghainn an sin. Okay, an tam seo aithríonn gach chuid den bhríothar. So this time every part of the verb changes. Okay, so fake fiú na dairy an glór an sin. Okay, or an glórbán an sa. Okay, agus tá bríothar steer an chomá ná den darmach fi sin. Don't forget about our bríothar steer there. T-A-R, T-E-A-R. Okay, this time there's no bun rialacha, san aimsir loifreach, so tá sé ceart galore. Má éicimid sin an dara réimhniú na bíigi an cuairmach. Be very careful with your dara réimhniú an sin. Céin fá. Well, fécinn siad an a cosúil na chéile. Sometimes they look very similar to group 1 endings. Okay, if you look an líne seo on this line here, the only difference to tell between the two, I'm sure, on céad réimhniú agus an dara réimhniú is a fada. So bigi cuamach leis an gceann sin. So bí cuamach nuair atá tú caint faoin céad parsa an sin. We're talking about the first person singular there, an céad farsa uha an sin. Okay. Má tá sé sa céad réimhniú AIM, okay, or IN. So dar réimhniú AI fada N agus I fada N. So bigi cuamach leis sin. Bríthir saoir fós an comá. Still have our breather steer there. AI fada TEAR and I fada TEAR. Okay, so ná Jane Darmid faoin breather steer. Agus tá sé an úsáideach an breather steer an úsáideach nuair atá tú ag scríomh astí. Very handy when you're writing essays. Okay, so Jane cínse go bhfuil na rialacha ar ólas agat. An ceistach atá ann an seo, okay, dascéal agam díobh, good news, okay, an ceistach, an rial céine, san aimsir loifach, an aimsir áiseanach, agus an bhócamíleach an sin. So an móda arú, okay, agus din cínse go bhfuil na harú ar ólas agam se chomá. Má éicimid ar an dhiúlfach an sin, ní móda séú atá I gceist. So ní móda séú, sin an rial, okay? Ach bí cuamach, be careful, ní dare. Ní chuirmid séú ar. So don't put a shade on it. So be cuamach madra leis an gceann sin. Be careful with that one. Má leanimid raig chuig an aimsir áiseanach, okay? Agus an deirí atá ann an sin. So an céad réimhniú agus an dara réimhniú an sin, okay? Féic fi tú na deirí ar an scála an sin, agus an bríthir saoir, chomá, an bríthir saoir, tá sé sin ann comá. Agus an dara réimhniú, tá sé sin ar an scála, okay? Din cínse go bhfuil tú ann idir jaú, idir na cín a hitain isteach sa céad réimhniú, agus na cín a hitain isteach sa dara réimhniú. Just be careful you don't mix up your verbs. Is it a verb in the group of hain, okay, céad réimhniú, or is it sa grúpa a dó, sa dara réimhniú an sin? An ceistach atá I gceist an seo, our ceistach that we have here, an móda arú. Okay, we have our an móda arú, a staff an sin, agus úsáidimid sin. Bí cuamach leis an gceann sin, hagann sé omríthe fáil chomá. We have ceann na eistí an sin an wihi tú. Okay, so again, I'm sure áiseanach will be yoey. Okay, but eisceach atá I gceist. But we have an exception to that rule here. Okay, so an ceistach. San dhiúltach an sin, ní móda séú atá I gceist, ach bí cuamach tá gá eisceach an seo. We have two exceptions to our rules. Ní dirhi and ní wihi. So ná din darmid faoin na cín sin. Má leanimid raig, gus déanamid beagán stadir ar an móchníleach an sin, bhil céir atá I gceist. So úsáidimid an móchníleach nuair atá chuinéal I gceist, so when there's a condition. Okay, so mar hampla, I would go on holidays if I had the money. Okay, so nuair atá chuinéal I gceist. Okay, would, could, or should tense. A derandini orintha. So má éicimid ar seo, okay, agus hagan na ceisina, okay, suas madidir leis an móchaníleach. So scrúdú béal, comma, is féidir leis an scrúdú hór, ceiste chu ort, so the examiner can ask you a question, so bhóchaníleach, okay, so just déan cínse go share rolas about, okay. Dá mú hen an chrancar náisiúnta, okay, so dá mú hen. Okay, some of the endings might sound funny. Okay, hen ha hook. So dá mú hen an chrancar náisiúnta if I won the national lottery. Ó hen towards timpeall an down agus dé hen na nithe is simúla atá ann. So I would do this if, okay, agus an focail le haid if an seo sin dá, okay, dá mú hen an chrancar náisiúnta. If I would win the lotto. Má éicimid an sin, so tá nasc idir an móchníleach agus an aimsir chaite. So we have a little link here, idir an móchníleach agus an aimsir chaite, de réir na bun rialacha. Okay, coming from the bun rialacha. So we're going to put these back in action again. Now, bun rilacha atá agan. So shin shevu tareish consonant. So that's our H. Okay, or shevu tareish consonant. Divs kamog riv gota, or D apostrophe before gota. August our kiapara F. So shin arasharish. Okay. Divs kamog riv F. August shevu in a year. So rish mo means just an alt shop. Okay, tá neart sampli den volcaniach le échwail an sin. Okay, so ma éken tú an sin siúl hen skull no ruchen an murre vehen san ospedale. Okay, so I would walk or I would cycle to school if I wasn't in the hospital. So fake fi tú tá cúpla zombie eile Da dog hen an tak ag a hocht agus casin le a chuirde an malach. I would leave the house ag a hocht agus casin and meet my friend an malach. So neart sampli éagsúla, okay, den bhóchaníleach le éáil an sin. Now, céird atá I gceistin seo. Okay, so chun bríthir a chur sa bhóchaníleach. What do we do? Okay, what do we do to put a verb into the bhóchaníleach? So we do the exact same thing that we've done for any other verb in yakem to the heimtree exu, every other one that tenses. So Kurter shevu erin riher, we put shevu erin riher, okay, so volcanila. Mata funson ingesht, okay, if it's a consonant. Divs kamog, okay, riv gota, atoi geshin, right, if we have gota. Okay, breather, hosting the gota. Her means divs mo river, we put D apostrophe before it. August, mata F igest, something that starts with an F. Her means divs mo river, D apostrophe before it. August, shevu in a year, and a H after it. Okay, moon shevu and shin. Now, on mascon stuff la echoil and shin. So fake for two, air. Na PC atá okay, na PC éagsúla. So an céad raving, okay, so tá na Jerry Latin, agus na Jerry Quail agrin an sin, okay. Now, an ceann sin kind of sounds like hen, okay. Hog hen, bún hen. An pizza ella kind of sounds like haw, okay. On noon haw on durst. Would you close the door? On noon haw on durst. Pisa Ella? Flush and shatter knows hook. Kind of sounds like hook on sha. Okay. August lanami drive and shin ainmneach, hook, shiv, and a dish on shin. So a rish just she bugoni diffru. Okay. Oh, have, just oh, have cuesta. So just when you're thinking about it from your ear's perspective, okay, nor a clushion to the ruddy shape. When you hear these, they sound a little bit different, okay. Now, on dar revenue nor landing to arrive, a reach, okay, clushion sheet, and on rud cane, okay, so they're kind of like they're sounding very similar on shin. Be cormac just the rare on literary, so just be careful with spelling there. Okay. On keshtok, matá agarins are same rule on moda a reach, be cormac, okay. Tá breather agrin on sha a reach, or foy on shin, okay, controlling brave on breather foy, and so on viha on sin, so just be cormac, lesh and gan shin. August on yulsak a reach to me moda shavu, ni dirhem, ni vihem. Now, Thomas can ginideach an tuiseal ainmneach inis. Okay, so tá sé tábhachtach go bhfuil an tuiseal ainmneach in úsáid again, agus ólas again. So it's really important to know your tuiseal ainmneach before you can move on and talk about an tuiseal ginideach. Okay, because we're always thinking about tuiseal ginideach. Le hai na nashti sin for the essays. Okay, go hortha sé é. And uanta. It's na pauper and shin. Bíonn cúpla rud áráin, like pick amach sampla de bhreis céim na hadiaachta. Pick out an example of bhreis céim na hadiaachta. No pick amach anamach of furinchganach san iver uha mar hapla. Okay. Leis an tuiseal ginideach. So, how much can do is talk an tuiseal anamach dús. So let's focus in on tuiseal anamach firstly. So, like any other language, we have anamach of furinchganach and anamach of baninchganach. So we have masculine and feminine nouns, so Gaeilge. Okay. So here are the éicimid an sin. What do we see? So diro needs a sock animal orange gonna juice. So let's have a look at the masculine nouns first of all. Okay. So couple ledge ends. So there's a few kind of ways to pick out if something is masculine or if something is feminine. Now in this case, it's masculine. So animacal a hagrin the ruddy fernacha. So if we look at nouns that relate to masculine things, for example, bukel, aher, mach. Okay, generally we would say that those are all masculine things. Then we have animacal parsanta navir. So men's names, Sean, Michal, Padraig, ein ocean. And then animacal a creaking and a dairy shop alas. So any of these kind of words, okay, they end on any nouns that end with these particular endings. Now, most into air, if you think of it, you'll know loads of these, okay? What aiken to her and gam shop. If you look at this one, Shin moon door. Here's an example. Teacher. Okay. Kupakanala by Shidorobasuke. Okay, you know other examples. Okay, and I've put a little clue there, coma. Okay, ledge a time. If you have any noun, okay, and creating shay, okay, you look at the end of it. A father, O father, you father, and the dentals. Okay, generally it will be masculine. Okay, so dealing each sample addition. Let's do an example. Let's have a look at Iran. Red. Okay. What éicimid sin? If we look at that, yes, we've got an A father and we've got an N. Okay. Follows our rules. So that is furinchganach. That is an example of a furinchganach noun. Now, lahaina keen baninchganacha. If we have a look at the feminine nouns, right? Here's tuiseal. Well, they start off similar to animacal orangeganaka and shin. So animacal a hagrian the ruddy vanacha. So okay, they link to feminine things. So ban, moher, och, be kurma. Be careful with the word Colleen. The word Colleen is actually furinchganach. Okay. So kaihi shiv avec kurma frishin. So we have to be careful about that one. Okay. Now, anamnaka parsanta naman. Okay, so women's names. Moira, Anya, Sorka, Peridenshin. Lovely. Now, for na Nil Creek, na Deerha, August na Naunacha. So the majority of continents, countries, and rivers. Okay, so Tashiatsan fod Boninchganuk. Now, na Changaka. Which is mode in a Tongaka. Majority of languages will be feminine. Och be korma. Be careful with berda. Okay. Is anam ukkel furinchganach a berda. Okay. Same with the country Sasna. Okay. It is also a masculine noun. Now, tá reints codna den kirk homa, so many of the body parts also. Okay. Tá shiadson baninchganach. Agus an sin McKean, okay, 4 in an animal a creaking in a dairy shop. The majority of the nouns that end with these endings. Now you'll know some of these, okay, like Winyog Marhampa, EOG Egangera. If you think of Bialin, LANN, okay, now Tonyart sample there's loads of other examples. Action just sample a one. Okay, that's just one example. Okay, so animacle agus on top. So let's have a look at nouns and when we have on top. Right? So tá sé briste síos I grilla a goman seo. So we've broken down here into a little grid. Okay, so má tá animacle ferinchganach again. So if we have an animacle, that's ferinchganach, agus hosíonn sé chunsin. And it starts on a consonant, okay? Mar hapla far, okay? On far, okay? Ní ainmneach ein afrit, okay? We don't do any change to that, okay? On far, perfect, okay? Fágé mar tá, let's leave it as it is. There's no change to it. But if we have an animacle, baninchganach, okay, a hosíonn chunsin, that starts with a consonant, okay, tá acu en, okay, and that example would be on van, the woman, okay, curter shavu vine. So we have our shavu there. Now, let's go on to our next example. Animacle ferinchganach a hosíonn gota. Okay, the example that I'm going to pick is Ramadan. Okay, agus céir atá gceist aghainn. Okay, on Ramadan. Okay, on Ramadan sin. On Ramadan. Okay, the food. Okay, but that's how you say a male food. Okay, on Ramadan. So we can see that we have this little T dash stack on sin oma. And then má tá animacle baninchganach again a hosíonn gota. Okay, and will ein acu ann? Is there any change? No. Okay, on ónseach atá gceist. Ónseach, cídíonn sé sin, that means a female food. So on ónseach, níl ein difriocht I gceist an sin. Then, má tá animacle again a hosíonn s, okay, agus animacle ferinchganach atá aghainn an sin, níl ein acu. We don't have any change. On sagart, mar hapla. Okay, and then má tá animacle baninchganach again a hosíonn s, okay, churmid T biogriva. So put a little T before it. So on teachtain, mar hapla, on teachtain seochagan. Okay, so is grilla da sé sin, da siimplí an sin, agus báis tá sé tábhachtach go bhfuil an píosa seo ólas agat, sola fog an muidir. Okay, before we move on to the next bit, really important that you know this piece. Okay, agus an tá leis. Now, má lena muidir. Okay, we have cuaig cos chun an tuiseal ginideach a ahand. So we have 5 different ways of recognizing on tuiseal ginideach an seo. Okay, most common that you would probably be used to seeing is animacle inia animacle. Okay, so that is when we have 2 nouns coming together. Okay, animacle inia animacle. Okay, so you would know the example. Okay, what is tuiseal ginideach? Okay, it happens with nouns, it happens with straight, it happens all the time. Okay, and you know examples on one school, okay, from primary school, but you just won't know what the rule is. The most easy example to think of. What's the word for class? The word for class is wrong. What's the word for room? The word for room is shomra. Nuair a churmid iad le chéile, when we put those together, class plus room, okay, we get shomra ranga. Okay, so there's always a change of spelling on the second noun. Shomra ranga, dera shachtana. Okay, agus tá sé briste síos da siimplín seo. It's nicely broken down here. Agus an bilog shot le ehwell Skullnet. This nice piece is available on Skullnet. Okay, just on bilog shot. So Fake fi tú cúpla sampla eile an sin cóta na maná lór na carach okay, le haid animacal ní animacal. Now, if we're hain sin no révocal cohitas or compound prepositions, agus by na cín seo always good, and you know these ones, like nos na grícha, le haid na scala, os cór an tí, okay, le lin an lay, okay. So fake fi an sin, so you can see there, sometimes they're using on, and other times they're using na, agus by wijna ag deireadh stacker sin, and we're going to focus in on that. Now, if we're treating sin, líon méid cónaíocht, that is our quantity. Okay, so our quantities of things. Okay, if we have líon méid cónaíocht, some kind of quantity, well, on piece ella, the next piece is going to be in tuiseal ginideach. Mar éiceann tú an sin, an stadir, an omarcha ibre, the lure ama, tilla, olis. Okay, agus tá tuiseal ginideach I bhain, and we have our tuiseal ginideach there. Now, there's révocal oraha. We do have a few nouns, okay, that will put the next word into tuiseal ginideach, okay, túpa révocal. We have a few révocal that will put particular nouns into tuiseal ginideach. Agus fake fi tú an sin. You'll see there, trasna na porca, timple on down, chun na charach, cuish na haun, dália on scale, barach on ear. Agus ifre chuig on tanam briefra on sin. Okay, you always know that from egg. Egg immerts pella, egg shannon kyo. Okay, so sin na cuig cos from an tuiseal ginideach ahand. So that's our 5 cases of recognizing tuiseal ginideach. Now, nuair a hagan an tuiseal ginideach leis on alt. So then what happens when we have tuiseal ginideach and then on talt and death? So for example, size ahru I guess, so there's nearly like a little change here. Now swing into it, if you think of our last slide, okay, I said it was really tábhachtach, okay, chun na físaí seo a bheith arms with. To know these pieces, sort of organizeraig chuig on tuiseal ginideach. So it's really important to know these pieces before we move on to tuiseal ginideach. So, ma éic an scáil an sin. So if we look at this one, anam on ear. Okay, so what happens? If it is, okay, animacal forinchgana, okay, a chusin chunsa. Well, you're always going to be looking out for the on, and it has a shades of the stocker shin. Okay, so by to dear stocker shin, so you'd be focusing on that. Okay, neural lan to your eye. Now, ma ainmneach ni keen baninchgana. We look at the feminine ones. Okay, the last time we had on van. Well, this time, okay, van changes to manal, okay, and then if it's baninchgana, on tals, okay, it will have na, a stockage. Okay, so anam na manal. Now a rish. Ma tá animacal forinchgana again. We have a masculine noun, and it starts with a gutta. Okay, the example we have is Amadon. Okay, this time when it's in tuiseal ginideach, that little small t that we had is gone, and we just have anam on Amadon. Okay, and there is a change at the end to spelling. Okay, but now we will board have shin. Don't be too worried about that. I'm going to show. Ma tá animacal baninchgana again. If we have a baninchgana piece, okay, animacal baninchgana. We have a feminine noun, okay. Care the toy guest. What's happening? Okay, anam na hunshak. Okay, anam na hunshak. Okay, we've put a she one shot with a H before the O there, and then our talt changed from on to na in the tuiseal ginideach. On piece egg and jar, our last piece then. Ma tá animacal forinchgana again. If we have a masculine noun, a chusin S, it starts with S, anam on taggart. So you will see the change at the beginning there, the T biog and shin, anam on taggart, okay. And then erin of ella, iver na shakna, Okay, so let's see our na. So our on changes to na. Okay. Nor atá animacha baninch gannach a gist. And if it's an animacha ferinch gannach sa tissue ginideach on top, it stays as on. Okay. So grilla tábhachtach an sin coma. So that's an important little grid to use, coma. Now, your lanimi dry, be careful with these two. Hagen sheets and stocks na pauper screwdaha. These two examples always pop their heads up in the exam papers. Timple on down. Now, the example that I had given you there, okay, was anam on ear. Anam on ear. And I said, if it starts, okay, mohusin on animacle and tanamacle, mohusin she, air hunsen, starts in a consonant, okay, it has a shavu there, okay, so tissue ginideach. There's always a shave, there's always an on and a shavu. I can't fall, knock will, ain shavu, and show, but why is there no shavu here with timpo on down? Well, on fall, that's all I guess. The reason is dentals. And when we have dentals coming together, wherever rule was supposed to be put in, okay, a chari vine, shin scapa hamrock. It's totally taken out. Okay, so shin timpo on down. Okay, so we're foot natira, okay, shin boninch and then timpo on down, shin french. Okay, agus tá near something else, loads of other examples. Sna Paul Bear Shkuda, okay, a guest in Shay A. Now, tá ever uha, okay, the more kind from ever uha. Anish tamid kind from ever ulra. Now we're talking about our ever ulra, so our plural form, okay, and they can also ask us this. Hiokmak sample an animacle, so tuiseal ginideach ulra. So pick out an example, so tuiseal ginideach ulra. Now, the easiest way that I've broken it down for you to understand, okay, is na mode uru. It's a consonant. Always look out for na mode uru. Mar hampla. Give you an example. Ainmneach na gapel. Okay, we have our na and we have our uru. Be cormac. Don't get it mixed up with your animacle baninch gannach sa tissue ginideach. It will have a na, but it won't have an uru. The only time you'll have that uru is if it's ever ulra. Okay, tissue ginideach, ever ulra. So ainmneach na gapel. Now, mátá gutta I gist. If we have an animacle a husin gutta, the little it will change to na, okay, and then you'll have an n dash, okay. So mar hampla. Da na nu, and then shin sample ella, and that's a lovely example for us to use. Okay, so just be fair mock na high na keen shin. So always be looking out for these examples. Okay, tashid ko usad. They're really, really useful. Okay. Now, Molanimi Duraik, okay, just have a little look at Nareva Kashimpi, Kashkiopi and Za, okay, Erjet do, Gan Fui Ider, Mar o Riv Hartri Hum. Current Shiedson Shavu Aaron vocal in ya. They will always put a shavu Aaron vocal in ya. So fake the two and shen, you will see there. Lim she de yet. Hug shen mar do voira on shavu igoni ivimansen. Okay, so not in Dartmouth, okay. Kuplikeen Ella, few other ones that we have there, okay. Egg us, als, door, le, chig, and go. Okay. Flack, ní chuir flack. We don't need to put anything with them. Och, but I'll just put in, okay, this little piece here. So to talk more egg Sean. Whoever go Gaeilge inye. We went to Galway yesterday. Och, honig me go hearing. If we have a gutta stock and shin with our noun, if it has a gutta, go hearing. Okay, honig me go hearing madden. Okay. I came to Ireland this morning. Okay. Agus mata I, if we're looking here at I, An easy one. Tom imachoni I a gurkig. Okay, current sé uru an animachol in yeah. So Tom imachoni I gurkig. Or má tá buta I gist. Tom imachoni in aintrum mar hapla. Okay, so if you have a noun starts with a vowel, okay, that I, it will change to in aintrum. Okay, so just not be reborha fishin, just carrying and stuff shop. All this little stuff that we'll always have. So na hashti the chud scrib norta or fad, okay? Because in each piece, okay, so scheme of our in each of the schemes, there's always marks going, okay, lahai, the chuds Gramadach agus an sin lahai the chuds over, homa. Okay. Tá cúpla smuointí ar a chúpla tlachtaí agam díobh sin. Few little examples there. Gur féidir libse a dhéanamh I ver nam sair, okay, in your free time. Okay, so sin dera on teisiún a bhí againn inniu, so it's the end of our session inniu. Gur míle maith aglaibh sa bheith lum inniu. Okay, is Misha Arlene agus mátá níos mó mátá ein ólas eile agam no mátá ein rud eile, okay, no ein ceisna agam is féidir libh teagháil a lí a dhéanamh lum ag ExamRevision, okay, Instagram, trí riamhfuist, Facebook, Twitter, gach ceann ach, okay, agus tásúla gom go bhféic fi mé sibh a ríis amach ansach.